Buy Here, Pay Here programs can be amazing tools for those who use them properly, but they're not for everyone, and it does come with some downsides. Even the best Buy Here, Pay Here programs come with some cons. So why don't we figure out what those are? What's going on, my beautiful people? My name is Mark Beneke, a proud member of the Westland Auto family, and in today's video, we're going to be covering the pros, the cons, and the neutral points of Buy Here, Pay Here dealerships to help you determine if it's the right fit for you and to help you take advantage of it. So because I tend to be such a positive person, I'm going to force myself to start with the cons. Just do it! So con number one, higher interest rate. The most glaring one is the dreaded high interest rate. If you have great credit, interest rates will typically be under 10% or maybe even under 5%. Decent credit, you're probably looking at 11 to 15%. Meh credit, 16 to about 20%. Bad or no credit, 21 plus. Since Buy Here, Pay Here's fall into that last category, you can expect to be in the 21 plus range. There are a few dealers that provide a specific subsection of their main program that does 0% like ours. However, the main program will typically be in the other range. There is a specific reason why, but we can get into that in another video. The second con, limited car selection. When you have more traditional routes available, you can go anywhere to find the car you want. It doesn't matter if you go to Good Guy Chevrolet or Amazing Customer Service Ford. They'll be sending your application out to all of the same lenders. And if the lender likes you, then the lender doesn't care about what car you go with. So you could get it at Good Guy Chevrolet or Amazing Customer Service Ford. With Buy Here, Pay Here, they're not sending it out to another lender. They're keeping it all internally, which means the vehicles that you have available for you are the ones that they are selling themselves. This is why it's crucial for you to figure out what you need the vehicle for. It's about helping you determine the type of vehicle that is going to fit your needs, not the year, make, and model. The third con, you'll be required to research the dealership more to make sure that number one, they report to credit, and number two, they stand by their offering. There is a massive difference between amazing Buy Here, Pay Here's, the mediocre ones, and the downright bad ones. And in order to avoid those downright bad ones, you're gonna do a lot more research to make sure you find them. But trust me when I tell you, it's worth it. And frankly, you should be doing this even with traditional dealerships. Being in the business for nearly 20 years now, I have seen a lot that could have been avoided by just doing a little bit of research. Those are the big cons. Now, let's take a look at some of the neutral points. I say neutral because these are neither good nor bad. It really just comes down to your perspective and what you need. So the first, stricter loan terms. When it comes to Buy Here, Pay Here, chances are this is actually a good thing. The purpose of the program is to keep you accountable and keep you on the right path. Having stricter guidelines will help keep you centered. If you tend to be the type that stays on the path without anyone else's help, then this will probably fall in the con category for you. But that's also letting you know that Buy Here, Pay Here probably isn't for you. Number two, practical vehicles. Do not expect to find sporty, flashy, luxury, or any unique niche vehicles here. In fact, if you do end up finding a lot of those, like the majority of the vehicles are that type, I would highly recommend that you run the f*** away. For Buy Here, Pay Here, the vehicles need to be structured to keep you focused and centered on what matters most, your finances and your credit. The entire aim is safety and reliability. The less breakdowns that you have, the higher the chance that you're able to stay focused on keeping up with your finances. Naturally, if you don't have to spend on a ton of different repairs, then you're able to keep saving. Sporty, flashy, luxury cars tend to be more expensive, and they also tend to be more expensive to fix. So if you're the type that needs this, then this would fall more into the pros. But if you don't, it's really just limiting your options. Next one, the pros. First pro, your credit score does not affect your approval whatsoever. Unlike traditional dealerships with banks and third-party lenders, your credit score does not affect your approval whatsoever. You could have a 300, no score at all, or an 850. It won't make a difference. What matters most is your overall picture. There are numerous other factors that are put into play to determine the best structure for your program. Second pro, you're able to trade in older vehicles. Many dealerships will not even consider you trading in a vehicle that does not meet a certain year, a certain mileage, or a certain condition. Buy Here, Pay Here's are a lot more open to taking these types of trades. This means that no stone is left unturned for you. There's no need to take it to the junkyard or post it up on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp and end up getting hundreds of people that ask for discounts before ever even looking at the car.
Can I get a bite, Daddy?
Then they make an appointment with you to come and check it out and magically never show up.
What you bet?
Or they'll ask for you to ship it to them and then provide them your account information so that they can direct deposit even more money than you were asking them. Scammers. If you've ever tried doing it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Buy Here, Pay Here's will take care of all of that for you. Third pro, long-term relationships versus one-and-done transactions. At traditional dealerships, there is zero incentive to continue a relationship once you've purchased a vehicle. The model is built in a way that makes you a transaction, period. Nothing else past that point. You buy the car, they sell your loan to some third-party lender, and the only reason that you would ever need to talk to them again is because you're having problems. With Buy Here, Pay Here, you're continuing to come back at least every single month, so they get to know you pretty well as an individual. And your salesperson doesn't just discard you once you've purchased. If they do, it hurts them, not only in the short, but the long run as well. So they are directly incentivized to cultivate a long-term relationship with you. This turns into a huge win-win for everyone. The fourth pro, the terms are specifically tailored to give you the highest chance of success. They are built around your income and your living situation to help you stay on track and build good financial habits. Many people don't realize this, but the blanket approach that most lenders and banks end up taking does not work for everyone. We all have our strengths and our weaknesses, and this is exactly where bigger institutions like that fail. They refuse to acknowledge that certain individuals can succeed, but they may require a slightly different type of assistance. Buy Here, Pay Here's provide just that. So much so that we have members who are on their 5th vehicle with us who could easily qualify at other institutions, but they choose to come back to us. Why? Because they fully recognize that the extra time and attention that we provide them allows them to stay on track of every other part of their life. Remember how I mentioned something similar in the neutral section?
What the are you talking about?
These individuals are fully comfortable admitting that yes, they may have to pay extra, but that extra that they pay provides them the assistance that they need to be able to stay on track, and it's worth every penny. It's like if you were to go to a therapist. On the surface, it seems trivial, but the guidance and the sounding board that they provide you allows you to stay focused on figuring things out on your own and creating massive improvements to your life. Number 5. Shorter term loans. Want to know what the longest term loan that I've seen so far in a car? 12 years.
It's been 84 years.
12 years. And that's just what I've seen firsthand. I've heard of many others that are well beyond that 12-year mark. And the sad part, it wasn't even on this super high-end luxury vehicle. This was on a Chevy Cruze. 12 years on a Chevy Cruze. 3 years in, and this poor guy hadn't even begun to make a dent in the principal. We structure our program to be paid off within 2 to 4 years max. The bulk fall into the 2.5 year range. This allows you to build equity, credit, and own your vehicle quickly. We don't intend for you to stay trapped in this loan until you're old and gray. Our goal is to help you improve, and paying off a car loan helps this tremendously. And in the event that your situation was just a little bit tougher, it gives you the opportunity to build it up while also learning good financial habits and learning the habit of consistent on-time payments. 6th, no cosigner required. If you've ever been denied an auto loan, chances are they probably didn't flat out deny you. They told you something along the lines of,
"Sorry, it's out of my hands. The bank is asking for a cosigner. Would you be able to find one?"
All I'll say is, if you do end up finding this mysterious cosigner that is more rare than a unicorn, please let us know. I'm pretty sure I have quite a bit of people that could really use one. Seriously, it's ridiculous. Or I guess maybe I'm just too upfront about things. I really don't like sugarcoating it.
Hey, Pam.
There's no hey, Pam.
Got it. Eat a dick, Pam.
What they're really telling you is you are not approved, and what you need is to go find somebody with perfect credit for them to even consider you. Well, with Buy Here, Pay Here, there's no need for that. Since there isn't any credit score requirement and it's all done internally, the entire focus is on you. I can tell you flat out, we've refused to do business with multiple people in the past under the terms they wanted, even though they brought in with someone with near 800 or over 800 credit scores. The score is irrelevant to us, and unless your cosigner is going to be directly involved in the process, meaning someone who could use the vehicle alongside you and also pay alongside you, they don't mean anything.
You're not terribly important to me.
You are the only one that matters. The way I see it is, I'm not here to help them or depend on them to bail you out anytime that you get into a bind. I'm here to help you and show you how to avoid those binds altogether. These are all of the points to consider when it comes to Buy Here, Pay Here dealerships. You need to be able to take all of these into account and decide what's best for you. And on that note, I really do hope that you're finding this information useful. And all I have is a very small request. If you're in the Fresno area and you happen to know somebody who could use our services, all I ask is that you be kind to them by letting them know about us. Not only would you personally be rewarded for it, but you would also be helping somebody better their family's future. You can find more information about our referral partner program in the description below. And if you're not in the Fresno area, then all I ask is that you be kind to someone. Anyone today. Something as simple as sending a text message to somebody letting them know that you appreciate them can go a really long way. Thanks. Now, I'll leave you with some things to consider. After analyzing all of these points and you decide that buy here, pay here is the right choice for you, I want you to consider something first. The wrong buy here, pay here will keep you trapped in this endless loop of having to go from them to another buy here, pay here to another and then back to them. You need to find and avoid these at all costs. The right buy here, pay here can provide you immense value, way more than you could ever pay for. If they can help set you up to never have to need another program like theirs again, and to put you back into the best financing terms, as well as show you how to keep yourself financially stable, the long-term savings for both you and your future generations is priceless. But that does leave us with a huge question. How can you figure out which one is a good buy here, pay here versus the ones that you should stay the f away from? Well, lucky for you, this video right here covers just that. So go ahead, click on it. Thanks, and I will see you there. Okay, bye!